Adjust. We 6 minutes into the intro. Make sure that you hit the like button or the heart button wherever the fuck you watching this. We live on Twitter, aka X, aka Elon Musk weird ass playground, aka Crypto Centro. Then we also on YouTube, the OG, the original, the only place to find tutorials on your favorite cryptos. But it does seem like things are moving to Twitter, and that's kind of why. Let me get my shit straight. X. It does seem like everything is moving to X, so that's why I moved the stream to X as well. You know what I'm saying? Might as well. That's where the people are. You gotta go where the people are and give the people what they want. What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? How's it going, internet land? This is your boy Crypto Bruh with 3 H's. Coming back again with another video about Zen World, aka crypto industry in general. And yeah, today is December 28th, 2023. Very, very, very end of I don't even know if this year existed. Everybody had to find value in this year, so I hope you found value in this specific year, 2023. It definitely was. It felt like a 2014 year. Like, do you really remember 2014? Do you? What happened? Right? What the fuck happened that year? So that's kind of how I feel about 2013. I feel like 2023. Excuse me. I feel like it's such an in-between year. Post-pandemic, right before an election, you know, we had the name of a recession change. Like, what is a recession? It's not a recession anymore, even though we in a recession, but not in 2023. You know, maybe in 2024. That's the running narrative right now for those out there that believe in that stuff. But yeah, man, the year's over. We got 3 days left, and that's it. Then we in a whole new fiscal year, and people are going, you know, or the masses gonna be celebrating, and you know, people gonna be looking for raises. I don't know. I'm weirdo this year because I've been so self-employed that I feel like, yeah, maybe I do want to raise, and maybe it does come with the rest of the world. And that being said, I'm excited for 2024. I think it's going to be a really good year for everything. Whatever you're doing, I think it's going to pop off. Whether you're in music, you're in science, you're an English major, I don't know what goes up in English, but something's going to go up for you in English. But if you in math and science, god damn, we about to have a crazy ass year. That's one thing I do know, yo. That's one thing I do know. Weird stuff you're talking about. Facts. I'm over here talking about those regulars, the normals. Like when I did this stream of kindness, the guy said I'm normal. It's like, damn, boy, don't be normal, man. Then you're somebody who's happy that the year finally changed, right? Instead of the season opportunities. What up, Dioshland? What up, Josh? What up, Alkaline? You know what I'm saying? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What up, Zen enthusiasts? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so yesterday we had already discovered this. I mean, it's something that looks like it's very apparent, but shout outs to Yoshland. He had a call here in the 07. And yeah, that's possible. It is on the table. And Josh just asked, you know, are we in a, you know, are we coming back? You know, is this getting ready to play out? Is this a bottom? Now, this does look like a bottom, but personally, being in the mix and understanding where we stand, I don't think this is a strong enough bottom. And that's simply based on what's happening in the real world. So the real world is Ethereum is finally seeing a rally. Let's zoom in on this rally. Everybody's talking shit about ETH, and then miraculously there's some interest, right? This is crypto, man. We know how this shit goes. Everybody moves their money around. So they already pumped Solana. Now they're bringing the gains over to Ethereum. Trying to do the same thing, but again, ETH is not built to pump anymore. Like how people are waiting for Jack Levin to say X1 chain this day. People are waiting for Vitalik to say sharding this day. So I don't think shard is coming either, man. I think that's some hopium ass narrative. I've been hearing about that in Ethereum since I've been in ETH, like hardcore, since 2019. Ethereum developers have been talking about sharding. They said they needed to do L2 first, then we can do the sharding. And now we're 1 year into the layer 2. Still no sharding on the table. They did do this new introduction that they were talking about, where they're going to basically make a side chain that's not a side chain. If you heard about it, it's the EIP 4998, I think is what it is. I don't have it in front of me. But yeah, there's going to be a scaling solution that comes up called Pronto Dank for your young Ethereum here that caused some speculation. But when you really look at the tech, it's not going to help ETH scale. It's going to help some of Ethereum scale. It's going to help the layer 2s scale when they roll back on ETH and things like that. So it's not really built for the mainframe. And I think that's why we're not seeing a lot of excitement amongst those that are buying crypto. Like, come on, man. It's one thing if you're investing, but again, I follow cryptocurrency because of the block space. Block space is valuable in a digital environment. So if you have block space, that means that you got the real estate. Like, you are the landlord. Everyone's looking for your block space. So Ethereum is not bad block space. We're not shitting on ETH, trying to be like, yo, you don't want Ethereum, is bad. Technically, anything in the top 20 should play out as good block space. You know, you have Cosmos up here, Bitcoin Cash up here, Litecoin up here, Shiba up here, Telegram Coin up here, Chainlink, Tron, Polygon, Polkadot, Doge. You know, you guys know the damn thing. So you shouldn't be able to lose with anything in the top 20, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cryptos that people know about. Because just from me being a Xenian, it's impossible currently to concentrate, focus for, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, this is just from my studies, my own theses from studying Zen. In Zen, it's impossible to get people to move around. Let's be honest. So since it's impossible to get people to move around, people have their favorite chains, people support their narratives that they believe in. That human behavior makes 12 different cosmos, 12 different universes under one umbrella. And again, it's impossible to say you can shut one of those. It would need like a blockchain type issue where they shut down the contract in order for it to interrupt the human behavior of using said product, right? Doge chain cuts off the chain, cuts off the Zen contract. Nobody goes to Doge chain anymore, right? It's a lost cause. OKX adjusts the gas on the contract. Nobody goes to OKX anymore to make Zen, right? So knowing that that's just the behavior of humans in crypto, that they're going to be fans of many things, not just one thing, right? And that's the cool thing about it. Like, you can become the real estate landlord of the crypto space when you start to accomplish this understanding of Bitcoin is just block space. All right, it's just block space. People are gonna want this shit though. Most valuable out of all of them. Look at the market cap, $841 billion. Okay, this is the most valuable out of all of them. It's the oldest one. It has the longest history. It's the most decentralized. when it comes to the theory of decentralization. Yes, it is supply centralized, but the supply still is accessible by just turning on a miner, right? How long it takes you to mine one Bitcoin, I don't know. But now that ordinals, again, the title of this video says ordinals saved Bitcoin. And that's the fucking facts, right? The block space for ordinals is so valuable right now that Bitcoin can go down in price and people will buy it. Bitcoin also, because of the way that the block space is right now. Let's look at Bitcoin. Because again, Bitcoin has the most valuable block space. Oh, this is the CME. We don't want to look at this one. This one's for the squirrels. So yeah, again, Bitcoin has the most valuable block space. So ordinals are on top of Satoshis. And the thing that you don't want in a cryptocurrency, which we see in Zen, right? The only reason Zen isn't doing numbers is because people have access to the inflation, right? And over time, they programmed it so that people slowly have less and less access to that inflation of Zen, right? Now in Bitcoin, the way people have less access to the inflation is how much money it takes to create a Bitcoin. And then you put on top of it the price of Bitcoin. Those two factors together, price of product, price to create product, that is what makes Satoshis valuable, right? And when you inscribe on top of a Satoshi in Taproot, you lock that Satoshi inside the network. It no longer is going to find itself to an exchange. You know, it's not going to find itself into a leverage platform. It's simply going to sit in your wallet and other wallets. And the more and more Satoshis that get inscribed on, this theory just expands further and further. And this is kind of why, like, again, I like the stats idea in ordinals and the BRC20s, because that's what I'm fucking with. I'm fucking with the idea that stat can replace Satoshis so that there can be more currency inside of Bitcoin. It's like you're fractionalizing the Satoshi, essentially, right? We didn't know how to fractionalize the Bitcoin until an exchange came out and said, well, why don't you just sell it by the bit, you know, by the Satoshi? And then you had fractional Bitcoins. So now how do you fractionalize Bitcoin even further so it can have more use and more, and it could just do more because it's a big name in crypto. Like, it's the best block space to have. So insert Taproot, where now those Satoshis can represent brands, right? They can say, this is a stat Satoshi. It's recognized by our ecosystem. You know, this is an ORD Satoshi. It's recognized by our ecosystem, or indexer if you want to use other words. Other words. But yeah, man. Ordinal saved Bitcoin, and that's the best block space to have. Straight up. Hands down. They can try to dump this shit. Everybody knows it's a leverage play. It's nothing more than that. Ha ha ha. Jokes on the traders who thinks this shit is dead. Ha ha ha. But yeah, back to Ethereum. So in DeFi world, this is the best block space to have. But now people are saying, well, why wouldn't I want to be on Binance? You know, why wouldn't I want to be on Solana? And then XRP people are definitely missing out on everything. So I'm curious to see when something happens for Ripple and XRP, because these motherfuckers just believe the world is flat and that XRP is here for the elite. Like, that's that's all the information I can find about XRP. Anytime I look up XRP, I'm going down a crazy ass Willy Wonka rabbit hole. Motherfuckers trying to tell me I'm not me and shit, and then say you should buy XRP. Like, what the fuck is going on here? USDC, we know what time it is. That's Coinbase. That's centralized. That's Circle. So who cares about this block space? I don't even care about this block space anymore, because I don't even want to have my address associated with it. I'll pay the fees. Fuck it. But fuck this thing, and fuck Tether. I'm so over these stable coins. They were good ideas in the beginning. They're also good if you become a day trader or if you're looking to hold value. But again, you should, in my opinion, if you're really in crypto, you should be focused on block space. And with block space, you'll be able to navigate without staples because you'll be in the right block spaces. And yeah, that might take some fucking discovery, dude. But at least if you start with Zen's probably some of the best block space to get right now. I don't know any other shitty coin I would want. Yes, they're all shit. They all suck. And when you really think about it, like if you really came into crypto for the mainstream, then you're probably like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then everything else, you know? So we've been trying to get rich off of the ERC20s. And that's another thing that I'm stuck on. I think ordinals and BRC20s are 10 times better than an ERC20. It's faster to create. It's easier to distribute. And then on top of that, right now it's not programmable, but programs are coming. Layer 2s are coming. So it's just about having the BRC20 in the community when all that stuff shows up. Right. So I'm excited. I think BRC20s are slept on right now. The gas fees are kind of high, but again, the best way to go about getting into BRC20 inscriptions is to find the best block space. Right. What is the brand name that's going to give me the best opportunity? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit, different area. Right now, I mean, if you wanted to dive in further, what I've been doing to try to enhance my possibilities. Let's see, do they have it here? It's not on here, but when I'm on my cell phone and I go on X, what I'll do is I'll look up ordinal spaces, right? And then I'll go in them and I'll listen to what they're talking about. It's simple like that. And then from there, I'll just try to figure out what the consensus of the crew is. So like right here, this is a really good brand to follow in BRC20's track. So in ordinals, this is another reason why ordinals saved Bitcoin in 2023. Ordinals actually gives Bitcoin a concept of indexing. Like, never did anyone feel like they needed to index Bitcoin outside of the builders, right? Builders were building and they were like, okay, here's some blocks, here's some transactions. That's indexing. Like, we have XYZ fucking transactions, XYZ users, XYZ blah, 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 right? Like, here's another example. This is indexing. XenPub is beautiful because it's great. Shout out to Joseph at the indexing. Make sure you buy this man a coffee. Donate something to XenPub. Here, it's on the screen. Stop this shit right now. Throw something at my G. He could take. It looks like he takes Zen DXN. Let's fucking go. And I don't know. He might take shit coins. I don't know. Don't send him nothing that's gonna fuck his wallet up. Them Yeezy pods. Yeah, them Yeezy pods is different, bruh. That's a fact. BlackRock says Hex and Zen. I don't know about Hex. What up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? What up, Tree City West? Josh says XRP, just a pump and dump, no longevity. That's kind of how I'd be feeling about XRP. I can't latch on because I'm not really into conspiracies anymore. Like, this world is a simulation, right? Or whatever this shit is that we're living in. So to add conspiracies is just like another thing you gotta fucking worry about. That's like my whole theory on conspiracies. It's like, nigga, I gotta fucking worry about this shit. But what about me? So yeah, that's why I can't really get into XRP, because on my tinfoil hat is very thin at this particular moment. Let's get to the bag, and then we'll add it all up later. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wonder. I don't know if they have inscriptions. But see, that's what I mean. Inscriptions then take us back to the block space conversation. Because every time you talk about inscriptions, why would anyone want to be on these chains? And I was talking about this yesterday on stream. looking at these EVM inscription data, seeing how people are choosing their favorite chains, very similar to Zen. I've already experienced this because I was a Zenian for a whole year, and I'm not done. We still out here. But yeah, so looking at the total market, you can see people are choosing where they want to be, right? It wouldn't be full of Avalanche if Avalanche was a shitty chain, but Avalanche is actually a really good chain, regardless, you know, to what we think here. It is a good chain. So even yesterday, Avalanche came in at $2,000 worth of AVAX burned or used to create inscriptions, over $2,000. So yeah, inscriptions is having a fall off right now. This is actually when you want to be greedy, because everybody else is in here. And I was if you've been following, you know what time it is. So that's why I'm going so hard on inscriptions. I'm not like fading this shit going forward. I'm trying to see where it's moved. So you see here, I like this thing too, because you can see kind of where it's at. So right now the bubble is on Polygon and on Avalanche, right? But on Avalanche, that's where people are spending the most because the gas is high or is being affected, you know, or I think it's just because the token's a lot. Polygon's not that expensive, so, you know, but the gas spent on Polygon is only like $15. That's an ew. There ain't nothing happening over there. I don't even know what the fuck. Gotta find some inscriptions. But yeah, back to what I'm trying to say. Avalanche. Avalanche is superior because the chain is really good. That is awesome for inscriptions, bad for users. I was looking at this today. Avalanche is back down to 25 Gwei. That's good, because a week ago it was $1,000 to make an Avalanche mint. Like what? $1,000? Like, Xen, no one's even over here, right? Back to square one, where it's like, yo, you can't get everybody to move around. The only way I think you can get people to move around is if you have enough capital to reward them. That was something I was thinking about. I was like, yo, if there was like a XENgame for touching all the chains and having like your address show that you've minted everywhere. So like, let's say it's like the more wallets or the more chains you mint on, then you get to mint a coin. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So that'd be cool to see pop off, like something that's bringing the whole universe together. Maybe Tree City West can spin some shit up like that, because that's all it takes on Zen. One thing we gotta solve that is a problem is the consensus problem of block space, and not everyone being educated to know what and where they want to be because of maxiness or whatever, right? Since I'm a fan and a believer of Zen, I'm not actually a maxi of any chain because Zen's on 13 chains. So technically I am crypto, right? That's what's cool about being a Zenian. You get to be everywhere without having to be everywhere. And all these other individuals that aren't hip to what we're hip to in Zen world, you know, that's who we're trying to encourage to understand how dope this shit is. That's who we're trying to problem solve for, right? We're trying to problem solve for those people who don't understand why they need to be on Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Why they need to be on Pulse Chain and Avalanche, or Polygon and Avalanche. That's what the problem is that's really trying to be solved right now. That's the mass adoption. First person to figure that shit out, trillionaire. Off the rip. Because you'll be funneling everything in through your vibe. And that's kind of why I'm into Zen, because I feel like it could be I don't think it's going to be a human. I think it's going to be a movement. I can't give it to the humans. I'm sorry. Oh, limiteds are getting ready to cap out in 4 days. You better get yourself a limited. How much is this Centurion? Like RH said, the best time to buy BTC is when everyone called it a scam. Facts. That's the best time to buy anything. Like, or that's beyond like the concept of that's what RH said. That's just crypto, man. Buy when the FUD is the highest. Before I knew who Richard Hart was, I knew who Justin Sun was. And then I learned about Richard Hart like in 2019 when Hex came out and I got into the lobby. So that's like when I learned about Richard Hart, and I was like figuring out who that guy was. So that's why I resonated with him, because he was saying a lot of things that I already knew. Right? I was dealing with the Justin Sun who cloned Ethereum and turned the white paper into Chinese language. And there were so many grammar errors and errors in general that like everybody knew, like, yo, Justin, you just like forked everything ETH, even down to the white paper. And Justin Sun was like, who cares? Like, hey, a blockchain's a blockchain, you know, I could do it. And then there was so much FUD on Tron, but Tron worked. Like, I used it, that I got sucked in. And that's when I knew, like, that moment in 2018 or late 17, early 18, that's when I learned, yo, you want to follow the FUD, because the FUD is where the gems are. But you also want to just like what I've learned in 2023. So let's speed up. Let's go 6 years into the future. But at the same time, you want to follow the narrative. You don't want to just follow FUD. Following FUD might not be the smartest thing, right? It might be like the igniter to start the curiosity, where you're like, yo, I'm hella curious now because this shit FUD'd out, but still do the research, figure out what's the beginning, where's the middle, and where are you, right? Like, are you at the end of some shit? Like, right now, people are buying the top of a Solana because they're not following the narrative, right? People are buying the top of Bitcoin because they're not following the narrative, right? And then you follow the FUD, which is like, well, shit, if people aren't following the narrative here, imagine the ordinals, dude. And the ordinals are showing everybody that there's still 1.7 billion in here. That, like, it's not like or trillion, excuse me. It's not like 100 billion is leaving every day out of this market. If we go and look at the Avalanche inscriptions, this is a cool representation of this, where you can see it all happening in real time. Because Avalanche, again, it's an amazing chain, but people don't really fucking care because it's Avalanche. It's not good block space compared to Bitcoin. So it's only got cash grabbers. And the cash grabbers, they're only going to last for so long, They're, everybody can only throw, or you can only play a dice game for so long, bro, until, like, nobody got no more money. Everybody's just bouncing their money back and forth. Like, that shit ain't fun no more. So that's kind of how I'm seeing this, like, Ava inscriptions concept right now. Damn, this shit don't work or what? It didn't pop up, but I saw today that their volume is down to 75 million. So the inscription market on Avalanche is getting smacked. People are going in and out and draining all of the liquidity over there. So to see Bitcoin steady, she's like, steady lads, to see it moving like this, it feels really, really nice. As well as the trading volume is still up. So people are still, look at it, another 2 billion in trading since we started the stream, right? So don't sleep because the narrative is FUD, like like these aren't going to be anything, And then it's like, Bitcoin's going to go down. Like, we're back in a bear market, like double the FUD, like, oh shit. But I think that's what you want to follow. And then going back to Zen, that FUD is hard to do, or like Zen is like free, is free right now. Like, it doesn't have any owner, it doesn't have any real community. It's got a couple of people that believe in it, but I wouldn't say it has a real community right now, because it doesn't make people money, right? The community that's making money versus the community that's just harvesting energy, like, oh, we're happy, like, oh, kumbaya, those are two different types of communities. And being here at the bottom of Zen with the solid foundation of the community, everyone's making money everywhere else, right? Everyone's doing bitmaps, everyone's looking at Doge chain inscriptions, EVM inscriptions. You know, like people are moving around. They're not just sitting in Zen, or how do you say this? Buying Zen. You also have individuals that are betting on XENblocks now. Now that it's like up and rolling, so there's just no real reason to buy Zen right now. Like a lot of the core has caught on that this can continue down. Right, there's a lot of sell pressure, and what would make Zen stop selling would be Jack Levin saying, you know, X1 chain on the way, and we haven't gotten that from him. Never has he said X1 chain on the way. He said it's coming, but he never say on the way. So that's what a lot of people are waiting for. Let's see, maybe he said it right now. Zenzel Washington. What up, Bud Green? It's Friday Junior. Hell yeah to that. Damn. Damn. Tree City West, you got 16K hash speed for 80 cents. I just spun up some new miners. These are a 12 pack. We'll say a 12 pack of A2000s are given around 8,000 hashes for 40 cents. Ooh. That's wild. Yeah, I had to turn one of my miners off. That shit was eating. It ate through all of my credits. So, oh my God. 1 second here. So yeah, but people are mining, man. You know how I know like people are really, really mining? This here fell off for a split second and then it picked up again. So like individuals are adjusting miners, where they're like moving, how like Tree City West just said like he found a bunch of different one specific good miner. Miners have a certain lifespan when you get them. So you'll see here, this one says I have 12 months. But technically it was supposed to end today because I had, or 2 days from now, it was like saying it was only going to be available for 18 days. So I've had it for 16. Now the person that runs this, they could totally just turn this off. What I think is maybe it's the holidays. They don't want to have to deal with it. So they just did 12 months. They like took it off and they let me run with it. Right. This is 80 cents for 15,000 hashes as well. Yeah, people lose really good instances with really good pricing. And when they lose those instances, they flush back into the pool, and then other people pick them up, and like basically it shifts. It like shifts the hash power to a whole nother individual, and then they add more. And then when they add more, we see an increase in the difficulty. So that's why right now the difficulty is a little choppy. You see, we hit like an all-time high of 118,000 difficulty, and now we're down to 106. Right, 105, 106. So this, I would say, is people changing hands. But the move up to this moment was people grabbing instances from people losing instances. Because what we see is the miners are going down, but the hash rate is steady. So with miners going down and hash rate going up, all that means is that individuals are increasing their own hash power. And now we're all fighting for the number one spot. Cue Ludacris. Woo, I'm coming for that number one spot. The thing, and then what I could feel it too, because I'm in a race with everyone else. So for those that have bread, they're spending bread right now. And for those that have miners, unless they can find out about it, you know, if let's say you have 50 GPUs, you know, sitting laying around, and you just haven't heard of XENblocks yet, like I'm pretty sure people are hearing about it and then they're just turning it on. It's a very simple process. Okay, yeah, slow climb. Shit, we outside with it. So my G rank now is 212. Doing it for the Zenians. Let's keep it going. I'm up to 7 super blocks. That's pretty fascinating. I was getting these too when the difficulty was really high. So what I'm thinking is as difficulty rises in XENblocks, you'll have the likelihood of you getting a super block could be higher because there's more competition and you're in the race because you're mining, right? So the more hash power you add, you get to add it to the competition. And the more let's say you're starting off and then someone else is going already. Now they would need to increase their hash power in order for them to stay ahead of you as you catch them, and then they're fighting against themselves because anytime people add hash power to the Xenium system, the difficulty rises. So if you come with a bulk of hash to try to grab a bunch of supers or a bunch of regulars, you're gonna push the difficulty against yourself. But then if you're cool with that, because you're saying I got $100,000, I don't give a fuck, right? If you're cool with that, then the person that you're in raced, or the person that you've just like entered the race with, now let's say they're already spending 100K, they might need to double up and spend another like $100,000 on their difficulty power so that they can keep up the momentum and you won't catch up. And then the difficulty rises again, right? And then it goes on and on and on. And that's why it's impossible to mine a Bitcoin, because so many people have done that same process in Bitcoin, causing the network to become very secure, right? As more hash power is added to the network becomes more secure, becomes more decentralized. And that's what we need in the X1 system if the POS side isn't going to pick up the slack of becoming the most decentralized, right? And I've already talked about this, about Zen is infinite, let's be honest, because the same theory can happen here. If I have $100,000 to inject into creating Zen, if I do it right at the right parameters, I am the sell pressure for 9 weeks, right? So as a user who knows that this can happen, this is like a warehouse, it's like Costco, right? You're standing in line and shit, waiting to check out and shit. Fuck. It's line long as fuck. That's what we were waiting for right now. We're waiting for us to get to the front of the checkout line where we can finally cash out because the price is going up. But for those that are investing a lot of money in creating Zen, they're able to push the price down as far as they want to do it, right? They are the difficulty of creation, so they're rewarded, and that's a dope thing. But it's not dope. It's dope because everyone can participate, right? All you need is some crypto to participate in Zen. Can't get any easier than that. You already got the crypto, right? Now XENblocks, you need a little bit more than just crypto, but you don't really need much. You just need a website and some code, a one-line code. You need this, and you can create this. So XENblocks is not hard to make, yo. It depends on who you are and what your skill set is, but I think anybody can conquer it in a 5-day period if you really needed to. Right, so link in the description. There's a video on my YouTube teach you how to get into the mix and what you're doing. But yeah, so this difficulty, it's just gonna keep rising. When it's falling off hard right now, that's just people turning off their hash, and they can only turn it off for so long because the chain is alive. So people are mining nonstop, and as you turn your hash rate off because you had a bunch, someone's just gonna run past you. And again, once Jack Levin starts to send the signals, we should start to see XENblocks on websites like this, like Hashrate. This is a hashrate.no. It's just like an area for people to see how much money they can make off of hashing because they have GPUs and they're running crypto mining farms. There's also another one which is called like What the Hash, I think. And then what the hash? What the hash rate? Damn, I forgot what this website is called. Oh yeah, there's nice hash rate. Oh yeah, what to mine? What to mine? Okay. So again, let's fucking go. This is a website where people can see what they can mine. And XENblocks is not going to be here. XENblocks, no. Zen, no. So it's still this is still word of mouth. And again, XENblocks has been running for 102 days. Damn, scary number there. Not a scary number, just put a 102 on it, I guess. But yeah, so 102 days into the mix, and we still haven't even touched real mining platforms, right? This is where people go to find out what's next. Another website where people go to find out what's next is NiceHash. So we got NiceHash. And this one's kind of crazy too, because NiceHash, they add coins and stuff so people can like this is pretty big. Even if you're trying to learn how to mine, what we're doing over here is what this whole website is. So there's already people who've taken advantage of the idea that people want to mine without equipment, right? So NiceHash offers that experience. You can pay to have that like cloud mining concept. Personally, I don't fucking know. I think you want to own it. You know, you don't want to be like part of the infrastructure, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you. Me personally, that's why I'm mining early in XENblocks, so I don't have to fucking think about this shit. Right? In a year from now, people are going to be like, fuck, I need a massive amount of XENM, and they missed out on the mining days. So now they're like thinking like this, right? I don't want to think like this. I don't want to have to buy hash power, right? I want to be already a validator, stake to the network, creating more XENM and more XN just from participating in the network, right? That's the level up in my opinion, versus buying hash power after the fact. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you want to be a Bitcoin miner, you should have been doing this, or you should be hanging out with the miners, right? You should be trying to find a facility that's been doing it so that you can branch off from someone who's not having to buy hash power. But yeah, you won't see Xenium here yet. Hell no. Here we go. Yeah, you won't see us here either yet. But there's some stuff out there. So there's a lot of different indexing sites to understand your profitability level in mining a crypto. And again, the closer we get to X1, the more we'll understand what's going to happen next. So right now it's still kind of gray, but again, if you've been in the world, then you know that you want to be mining XENblocks, because that's where it's going to start. Straight up. Shaka says, I think X1 allocation chart official will be the turning point for Xen price. Yeah, man. That's why it's like they're building up a Kamehameha super bomb. Yeah, like by the time, and that's why I'm staying close to the rock, man. I'm staying close to Xen. I'm wearing the beanie. Shout out Xen Crypto Store. I'm not losing faith. I might say something wild like Xen's a public bathroom and, you know, like win 7 zeros. But that's just because that's the reality of the situation. The reality is Xen, though, is that people want to sell it. They mine it to sell it. They don't mind to hold this. And there's no real reason to right now. And they can sell that to other people. Like, oh, there's no X1 chain. That's hopium. That's easy to sell to people. It's also easier to tell people like, that's going down forever. Look at it. You know, but if you don't follow the narrative, if you're not following the development, then yeah, it's just too easy to be like, why would you get into this? Put your money somewhere else, right? People still telling me to talk about Titan, like that shit's gonna change my life or something, you know. But I'm like, dude, I'm already going down with the ship. I might as well see what the bottom of the ocean looks like. I ain't never been down there before. Right? I wasn't in Bitcoin before it turned around. I wasn't in Ethereum before it turned around. My whole crypto experience has been trying to find the beginning. And the only crypto I ever found the beginning in was Hex. Like the real, where like, and what I mean by that is like, if Pulse Chain could have knocked everybody's socks off, it could have been a chain where a lot of people came to it, because Hex 10,000 x'd or 1,000,000% or wherever, bro. I experienced that, and that was insanity. So Pulse Chain almost had that opportunity to convert into that blockchain moment where everybody would have known about it and you would have gotten in at the fucking bottom. But there is nothing here that I don't think most people got in at the bottom. Like, did you buy the bottom of Phantom with the VCs? Did you buy Sui with the VCs? Right? Did you buy Avalanche with the VCs? Did you buy Polygon with the VCs? I doubt it, man. You got that shit when it hit the DEX or when it hit the centralized exchange. So my whole being in crypto has been trying to find the bottom of the best, and I've been stuck in shitcoin land until I found Zen. And that's why I'm riding this Zen wave to the bottom, because I know it's gonna flip flop, and when it does, people are gonna change their narratives because it's too easy, right? And I want to be there when that narrative flips and it goes to, hey, you're going to be burning this token for a blockchain that empowers inscriptions. It empowers Bitcoin mining. It empowers Ethereum staking. You know, it empowers bridging of all kind of every chain. And then on top of that, you can build and get 80% of the fees if a user is using your product. Like a real Cydia market. if you're hip with unlocking iPhones. Shout outs Crypto X Boy. He said I'm gonna be there with I will be there with you then. Yeah, man, we're going to the bottom of this bitch. We're gonna see how nasty this bathroom can get. But I already got my hazmat suit on, so make sure you get your hazmat suit. Make sure you're prepared, because this might get kind of nasty at this point. Because again, I don't feel like Zen has enough steam to get out of the pit it's in right now without Jack saying something. But the longer that they wait to say something, the more and more and more anticipation that's gonna happen, right? So it's a plus. What I keep saying lately, it's a catch-22 that they don't push X1 chain down your throat. It's a catch-22 that Jack keeps talking about Solana because he wants X1 chain to be compared to Solana, right? It's got everything in the mix ready to explode. And it's really being laid out very well. It's gonna be the perfect painting, man. I swear. For myself, whatever you want to believe. But to me, man, I'm like so ready for X1 chain. Again, I've never been able to be at the pure bottom of a cryptocurrency. Now here, I'm gonna put this. I'm not trying to hate or nothing. Oh, see, this won't even load today though. My deck screener is not loading. Like, do I need a new deck screener window or what? You know how sometimes this thing just doesn't load? There it goes. Finally. So it's like this. I really enjoy XNM or XNF from Xenify team. Right? I've been playing the game. I'm still doing swaps right now. I'm burning my XNF for VXNF, getting ready for the ETH launch. And I'm watching it, watching it come all the way down here and catch a bottom, because again, this is still good. I like what Simran was saying when I was talking to him, because he's like, ETH is still going to go up in price. And when ETH goes up, this pool rises with it. Right. And what else is really crazy to think about is this pool is going to have cycles. So just because today it has 62 ETH inside of it doesn't mean in 100 to 300 days it's still gonna have 62 ETH inside of it, right? It's all narrative based, and once people come and be like, yo, I want to be at the extreme bottom, like if you're catching the drift, like a fair launch is the only way to get in at the bottom of something new. And that's gonna be the narrative going into 2024. Everyone's gonna be like, if it's not fair, I'm not into it, right? And that's why people are interested in X1 chain, because it's a whole chain built on that that thesis where developers are coming with the best dApps are coming from devs focused on fair launch and first principles, right? So Xenify being a DEX or an aggregated DEX coming to X1 chain is going to benefit because they're already, everything about them is like been checked off, like, okay, first principles. Same with the XN. When Mastodon and DXN come to X1 chain, like everybody already knows it's valid, right? So now other things have to happen. And then when Jack is working, that's like the next part. It's like, well, does X1 chain show up on Uniswap? Is X1 chain going to be in Coinbase? How is it going to become a massive name outside of it just being this fair platform? And that's why we got our man Jack Levin fighting for the brand, for the trademark. So it's even got it's gonna have the trademark story, bro. Nasty. So this happened over Christmas break. If you didn't pay attention, you can go and read the lawsuit against OKX. It's not okay. Yeah, Xenify on X1 chain day one. What about DXN? Like 10 days in the X1 chain, with everybody getting XN from burning and doing all this extra shit all around the internet. That's my thing. I'm fucking freaking on. Like, the distribution of XN token is gonna be nuts. Like, everybody who burned a bunch of it, because what I'm hoping it happens is like what would be really cool would be a funnel system where there's only one way out, which would be like to Ethereum, right? Pulse Chain did this, but the thing is everything's so sketchy that it didn't really look good, but it was a great idea to keep liquidity inside of the chain. So Pulse Chain only had one bridge, so then that way they maintained how much people can go in and out to make sure that the whole system didn't rug, right? So that was really cool to see. But what I would like to see in Zen or X1 chain would be like a layer 0 token out, or like just something that's not gonna just be bridges, but maybe that's what we need. I haven't really dug into the corporate side of the crypto bridges because there's so many of them, but maybe it does need a bridge. But I think like a layer 0 token or something, or that's what I'm trying to say, some way to keep the integrity of the coin as it floats to another chain, right? And it's just not a send and delete, right? We gotta improve that. And if not, if that's just the way it is, that means another chain's gonna come out, because that's got to be improved. How you launch a blockchain and then everybody gets on the chain and they take the coins and they go and dump them somewhere else. Right? That's the hardest thing about making a blockchain. People get the coins, they go somewhere else and dump them. Meanwhile, Avalanche has the catch-22 where people are buying the coins to burn them. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all fucking up the chain. This is supposed to happen like this. Yeah. How do I choose the best instance when mining XENblocks? Here, we could do one. So the way I recommend choosing instances when it comes to trying to start blocking is there's like multiple attributes on an instant that you want to like get hip to. So right now, this is like your filter system, right? On the left hand side, you got all your filters. You can do what you want to do to make it whatever you want. So GPU resources, this is important when you look at your question there. How do I choose the best instance for mining? You need to approach the game with a budget. And what I mean by that is, if you know that you only have, let's say right now I have $2.25 in credit right now in my Vast account. So if I know I only have $2.25, I probably shouldn't be trying to get, an instance like this that's going to cost me $28 a day, right? Like I'm going to burn all my money. So that's not smart. So let's go ahead and hit the reset button here. It's going to reset my filters. All right. Now that my filters are reset, what we can see here is I can hit any, And this is going to show me, wait, this didn't reset something else though. Why does this look like this? Oh yeah, it's because my host, okay, that needs to stay there. They moved that up. This used to come in at like 75, so you would see a whole bunch of shitty ones. But your host reliability is also important because you don't want to get an instance that sucks. But what you can do here is you can just click one, and then now you can come over here to sort, and then just do price incline. So from the cheapest to the most expensive. Now, you'll see here you can get GPUs as cheap as 9 cents an hour, which is around $2 a day. So I'm always saying, yo, you should just go hard and try to get as many as you can and climb the ranks. But that's not really the philosophy of this whole process. That's the greed of the process. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta push it out there. You get a bunch. But the process is to lower the barrier of entry on mining in general. So now with $2 a day, you can rent this instance and you can start mining today. So what are some of the, what are some of the GPU resources? One of them is going to be your T-flops. T-flop stands for total floating points per second. Now, some people think this isn't too important for hashing. I don't know. I think it's important for long distance hashing. What I mean by that is like I've been hashing one instance for 16 days. So I feel like I got a super block because I'm able to provide a lot of hashes to the program, and it can remember things because it's about memory. So I'm kind of under the impression that if you can hash long with a lot of T-flops, you're destined to get a super block, right? Because that's the question. Like, how do I get more super blocks? So I'm thinking the super block concept comes from distance or longevity. How long are you mining for on top of how many T-flops do you have? You know, hash power is developed based on gigabytes. So you are going to be limited in hash power by just choosing one. So let's just look at this real quick. Let's say 9 cents is your bottom tier, 16 gigabytes. I don't really know what this is producing in this environment. Here, we can turn it on to find out real quick. But what I would recommend is a GPU from that's over 24 gigabytes, right? So what you can do then is you can come down here. So you got the GPU resources, and then per RAM, gigabytes per RAM here. This is the one where you can choose to make sure that your GPU has a certain amount of gigabytes. So I'm going to recommend using 24 gigabytes. If you use lower than that, like, you deserve to like wait forever for like a block to show up. Sorry, but yeah, you kind of deserve that shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, yo, get off of that. Yeah, let's start up already. Nah, not yet. It's not ready. It's on ice. So like, so you see here, like, compared to like when you get an 8-pack or a 12-pack, you're gonna get a lot more T-flops and a lot more gigabytes, right? And that's kind of why the pricing is gonna be so severe. But you're gonna be getting more. Like, you're destined to mine. So if you do have, here you'll see, if you do have $19 a day, right? People are shitting on me because I'm like, yo, put $20 a day towards XENblocks. What are you doing? Like, you're going to buy Zen anyways, right? That's kind of where my head went in September. Was like, well, I was going to buy Zen anyways, but now I could just put that 20 towards here in a good instance. And now I'm mining a bunch. Like, I'm hashing hard, right? Same goes for here. That's why I like the real sweet spot is like a 12-pack. With like 220 flops, right? 220 flops, 250 flops for under $1. Like, that's the sweet spot. If you can get an instance like that, you're destined to get a super block if you hash for half a month, right? If you put $250 behind the hash, you're destined to get a super block. And the super blocks are going to hold the most value because they're the hardest to make. This is the Bitcoin in the Xenium network. It's going to be the super blocks. The currency will be the regular blocks, so the XNM and the regular blocks, and then the Zunis, you can think of that as like a meme coin. Maybe it powers, what we were thinking is like maybe Zunis power an inscription market, because we don't know what the currency is going to be on XNM right now. Because you own the blocks. There's a lot of different shit going on over here for some future stuff. Like there's like the gigabyte concept where like I'm already thinking like if everything is a megabyte. Well, this is what my theory is. It's like, yo, if everything is a megabyte, right? Then this right now is already up to 903, right? Wait, let's see. Yeah, 93 gigabyte or 93 shit. 9.3 thousand gigabytes is what it's already up to. And as more blocks go, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's kind of what my assumption is that like how Bitcoin is one big database. By hashing blocks, this could be valuable in the future. People might need your block. This is just hopium, but like people might need the block to increase data storage for themselves. But yeah, that's some hopium shit, because you don't really need this. Again, the XNM is separate to the block. The block is just owned by the address that mines it. But every block you mine, you get 10 XNM in this moment until next September. And then in September 2024, it gets cut in half, halving. And then it's 5 for every one block. Then it goes again, September 2025, cut in half, 2.5 XNM per block. So again, that's what I'm saying. Right now is when you want to be hashing this stuff, because you're going to be getting the best rate. If you're not hashing now, then you're simply, you know, you're just going to be buying this shit off of people when you could have done it for 9 cents. Damn, stupid gateway. This one might be pop though. Whenever I see those gateways twice, bad gateway, there's something wrong with the instance. Whatever. That's not even a good one anyways. 9 cents is like, bro, get it together. But you can do it. I don't want to hate on you, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, think of that in your head. When you go in and get the instance for 9 cents, you deserve it. Now over here too, what we have is an unverified machine. These are machines that people have just included in Vast, and Vast hasn't yet covered them as like they're really reliable. So you just want to watch out for the unverified machines. You want to look at them because they're the cheapest ones for some of the vibes that you're looking for. Like you're looking for 24, gigabytes. So now you can find 3090 for 12 cents an hour, which is still $2, $3 a day, right? And this is going to get you blocks for sure. 24 gigabytes is the max amount of gigs you can get in a current situation. Now there's more, but the thing is that you're never, now that the hash rate is going up, it's not good to have one GPU with a lot of gigabytes. You actually want to have a stack or a tier of GPUs on top of each other. So this is why, for instance, I already get it. It's not that I want to have 8 different individual RX or RTX 5 A5000s. I don't want 8 of those. I don't want 12 of this individually. I want them chained together. And that's kind of why, like, if you build your own rig, you actually have an advantage, because then now you can put in GPUs and just continue to add your hash power by buying GPUs. But if you're a cloud miner, you need to be focused on how a miner would be doing it, which is stacking them on top of each other. And that is how you get an advantage to get super blocks, right? I want to make sure all this hash power, all 15,000 of this hash, is hashing in one area, not necessarily spread around. But to get started, again, that's what I'm saying. To get started, it's okay to get started, but start at the top of where you can be, which would be, here. So, I mean, you could do it. Let's see. What's the ones with let's see if there's any with higher. I think it's it goes up in stacks of 4. So the next step would be 48. Because you just double it. I don't think there's 32. Yeah, there's no 32. So it goes up to 34. So I guess you could do this one, but this is 40 cents. At this point, I would say you could be doing shit better. You could be finessing the game better, right? At 40 cents, you 29 T-flops, 48 gigabytes, 40 cents. Oh, this is an under-verified machine. So let's see if there's any cheaper ones. 34. 38. 36 T-flops. And this one I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and let's try to figure this out real quick. Cause now let's see here. Unless that's what actually, yeah, I guess that's what it would be. It's what the most expensive it can be. Your best vibe. Okay, never mind. Because they're not grouping it together. That's a fact. So you see here, once I go back to 24, and let's say I just do 2 on top of each other, I'm at 24 cents an hour, and I have double the T-flops. So that's why I'm under the impression that you don't want to get a massively big GPU. You want to stack them. That's how you get the advantage. Putting them on top of each other and not trying to be individual. But there are users I have seen that have a ton of singles. And that's kind of why right now I'm giving away the gas. So this is probably going to start disappearing, where you don't see these 3090s for 24 cents anymore. Hopefully they work too. Another thing to look at is this deep performance learning score. The higher the score, the better response it's going to be. So you can see here, this one's at 71. This is probably the one you'd want to grab out of all of them. But yeah, that's kind of like my way of finding the best price, right? I think you want to do 2, and I think you want to be 3090, you know, or two A5000s shouldn't be that bad. Here, let's see if we can get one of these fired up. What's up, Dioshlan? What are my thoughts about this DXN burning thing? I think it's going to be great for DXN, to be honest. I was talking about it yesterday, where I was saying that DXN needs this, and what they needed more than anything was they needed it to be clean, right? They couldn't just do something where they collect ETH and pump the price, because Rosman was talking way too much big shit on Titan about how they collect ETH to manipulate the price, which is a fact. You know, right now the price is going down because it's not being manipulated. So, which is a plus and a negative. The plus is maybe Jake does throw in all the ETH one day. That's hopium. I don't know. You know, wait for it to go all the way down and just inject like 4,000 Ethereum into the pool. Fuck it. But I doubt that. So same with DXN. DXN, they wanted to solve that problem of just like, hey, we're gonna put people's money into the price. Instead, they're using Xenon and the 10% fee that gets collected in Ethereum to buy back DXN. Now, this is really cool because like gas right now is pretty low. So if you didn't know, like you could essentially make Xenterions and then use Xenon to claim them when it's profitable, right? It's just you lose 10% of the whole. Well, you lose actually around 20% because 10%, you know, my bad, 5% goes to the gas confirmed people who have a network set up. It's called the GSN network on Ethereum, where people have nodes where they're waiting to do gasless transactions. It's just like a scaling solution. Not a lot of people use it. Roz and team, they found it and they made something for Zen based on the logic of the GSN network. So essentially, when you use the Xenon dApp, it sells your Zen. It sells like 15% of the Zen back to the protocol. That way, the protocol can cover your gasless transaction, right? So 15% goes to, and then that's why it's like it fluctuates, because if gas is hella high, then you got to pay more. You got to spend more Zen to get out of your position, right? But it's good for DXN users, because now if someone sees the value in that, like, hey, I just made a Zentarion for $1,000, and now I don't have, you know, $1,400 to get out $2,000 worth of Zen, right? It's on the back of Zen. If Zen performs well, then DXN for sure should have performed well now. Like, that's like a for sure. Because why not use Xenon and not pay any gas fees and pump DXN at the same damn time? You know? So I'm bullish on DXN. That's why I haven't sold my ETH position. Kind of sad that I sold everything else, you know? Like, fuck. I had an emotional ride with DXN in 2023. I'm getting teary-eyed right now. But no, I'm just kidding. But I'm happy to watch. I'm happy to, or I'm like, I don't know how to really say it, because I'm proud of what Roz and team created, and I'm proud that they knew there was a way to get the price up without taking ETH. I mean, yeah, it'd be dope if they took more ETH, but they're really challenging themselves to keep this shit first principles, to keep this the cleanest ETH, the cleanest native DeFi platform. So I have big respect for the, you know, the concentration that goes into thinking about what's happening with DXN. Don't cry, dog. What up, Rolando? I ain't gonna cry. But yeah, that's why I think the burning thing is gonna be dope, man. I think if we get a pullback on the major market, though, we can definitely get pullback here. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to it yet. I don't think it's going to run away from us, because a lot of people still want to exit their positions. Similar to Zen, right? When this is cracking, we know it's time. So this is already starting to crack off, but we needed to stay consistent. And yesterday it fell down. So when no one's talking about it, there's no attention. That's not good. That means there's opportunity for more downside. Same with Zen, right? It's like, damn it, Jack went and started telling people like, woo, Zen's up 21%. I was like, bruh, now Zen's gonna be down 21%. And sure enough, like, once Jack went and tweeted right on this candle, it went up and it got sold down. Because again, Zen is fighting inflation. So even when Jack Levin says it's going up, it's not like he's buying the coin. He's just saying it on the internet. Yeah, this shit going up. And then people capitalize on the news and then they sell it top. Right? I'm out of this game. They're going to have to fucking push this motherfucker all the way up and beyond before I start believing it's going up again. It can't just go up 20%. We know that that's a variable of profit. People can keep it in a 20% area right in this zone. We're still good. And that's why we haven't yet seen a rug. The real rug will bring us down to here, because that's where it's at. Who's going to sell the inflation? What's going to make it happen? You know, do we need a pullback from Bitcoin to start making Zen send? You know, that's why I'm playing this. I'm playing this one way smarter than I played it ever in 23, man. Going into 2024, I got my motherfucking blinders on right now. I'm focused on max supply, no mine. How can I make more Zen with my Zen? I started mining XENblocks again. Oh, shit. He said, "Oh, damn, what up, Carl? Are you the person that always pulled up with the 4X, man? You came in at the right time, though." He said he got a 14 pack. 14 pack. God damn. Did this start up? Oh, man. So you're going to have to go out there to shop, guys, because you see me, it's not working for me. Some of these unverified. It's because it's unverified. Sometimes unverified, they work amazingly, but usually that's when it's higher in price. Price dictates the It's just like anything in life, man. You want to go get some cheap shit, you're going to get some cheap ass experience, you know? That's another reason why I like to spend a little bit higher rather than chasing the bottom. So if you want to chase the bottom, I recommend not doing unverified machines here and just keeping it verified, because you'll know that it works. And then that way you can just base it off the next best thing, which I guess could be reliability or the deep learning score. So like looking at all of this, I would probably just go with this one here to see if it works. I see it's in China though, so I'm kind of skeptical. God, I can't talk. I'm skeptical. I'm a little skeptical, but we'll see if it works. Let's see. Xenify is a money printer. Burn a little YSL. Get a little bit more XNF. Shit. But I'm burning most of my XNF for XNF. Yeah, what I've been doing. Let's pull up Xenify real quick before I jump off of here. Man, Carl said I came through with the 14 pack. Y'all can't see me. Y'all can't see me. Y'all can't. That's just a. Y'all can't see me. Like, damn. Oh, Polygon. Man, Polygon is moving as a coin. It's at $1, sneaking up on everybody. Let's look at this. So I've been chilling on bringing over more value for a second. I want to make sure people aren't going to choose Arbitrum again for inscriptions. Give me like one more week. I'm pretty sure now that we have the data, people are going to go back to Avalanche. They're going to go fuck that shit up hard. It's the best chain. But AVAX, or my bad, Arbitrum seems safe right now. It seems like it's going to be cool. It's not going to be too affected by inscriptions, because inscriptions broke them, man. That's why I didn't also believe that thing that was going around yesterday with the whole XRC 20s or whatever. I was like, oh, this is stupid. I already know this is stupid, because Arbitrum can't handle inscriptions. So whoever designed that, though, kind of shows you how easy it is to socially engineer a chain link tweet, or like a chain reaction tweet. Watch out. Be safe. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. King Kong ain't got shit on me. Literally, I don't know if King Kong does crypto. Might have to ask him. Damn. You know what I gotta do? I gotta stop using MetaMask on Xenify. I don't know why on Xenify it's like whenever I'm using MetaMask, everything doesn't work. But when I use Rainbow Wallet, everything is all good. My shit too smart. I mean, getting a KFC ad. I don't care about that. Next. Congratulations, you are connected. All right. Yeah, see, as soon as I connect Rainbow, everything pops up. Yo, if you haven't done Rainbow Wallet yet, you're tripping off the rip. They're about to have their airdrop, and I think it's going to be pretty big. The reason why I think Rainbow's airdrop is going to be big is because I'm still ranked 2,476 out of 21 million people or wallets. Out of 21 million wallets, Crypto Bro is ranked 2476. Dude, this is probably going to be pretty big, because the top is going to be all believers. So they did it pretty smart. They did it where, like, if you've been using their wallet for the last 2 years, you got the most, and it's really hard for people to go up. They got to shill it. So I think the shill factor of the Rainbow point system is going to make whatever's coming out next huge. Yeah, for proof that I'm not fibbing, check this shit out. Ooh. Fucking wild, bro. 2476. Oh, you can't see it because it's blurring out because of the green screen. But yeah, it says 21 mil there. Pretty nuts. Jump in. Jump in now. Oh, this didn't show. Let's connect it. Let me refresh. So Xenify though, my strategy lately has just been collecting the divs from this and then just buying it from the decks. I haven't been burning anything because I don't know. I just don't want to do that. I don't know. I'm just playing the game how I want to play it, and I have a lot of the V, E, X, and F, and I have a strategy. Once this fucking loads, I have a strategy to basically just make it. For me, I think I'm just making it buy. You know, I've already ROI'd on like most of the ETH I put in, but I mean I recycled it, so I guess I didn't ROI too crazy. Or I shouldn't say I didn't ROI too crazy. What the heck? Yo, this thing is tripping. You know what I gotta do? Hold up. Sometimes. That's one thing I've noticed about the Xenify website. It hates when I'm doing a billion things. It's kind of like this the what do you call it? The Phoenix site. Phoenix site be tripping out sometimes. Be like, damn, what's going on, Phoenix? Give me a rainbow referral link. Hell yeah, dude. Jump in. Make a rainbow wallet. Send up $100. And when you do that, you get what do you call it? You get 100 points. What about selling Zen to mine more XENblocks? Some people have done that. I know quite a few people who sold Zen to mine XENblocks. I was like, you dirty, dirty boys and girls. Dirty, 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 dirty little boys. Nah, I mean, you can do whatever you want though, man. I just don't recommend selling your Zen for other things. After what I've experienced in 2023, I don't think it's worth it. Personally. Like you sell your damn, okay. It's like you sell your Zen and then you're just gonna miss it. And you're gonna spend your whole time trying to figure out how to get the Zen back. That's literally my 23. I'd make a bunch of Zen, I'd burn it, I'd fuck it off, and then I would spend like 3 weeks trying to figure out how to get all my Zen back. Then I get all the Zen back, then I do the same process, and I've had the same amount of Zen all fucking year, dude. Oh, this doesn't show it, but on ETH, I've had 500 million Zen liquid in my wallet all year long. Like, what the fuck? I just been transforming that thing into something else and then getting it back and then just working with what I have. So next year going into 2024, I'm so comfortable with not fucking off of my Zen that I think you should try to bring in my personal, or not, this is what I'm personally saying because I personally do it. I bring in fiat. I don't I'm not looking to, what do you call it? Like, I'm not looking to continue to recycle crypto. I'm looking to bring fiat into crypto to make my bag bigger. So I'm playing it smart. How we doing it? You know what I'm saying? Make our bag bigger. So what I've been doing over here though is I need to increase my power because it's pretty low right now. So what I've been doing is I've been getting like around $3 a day over here on Xenify. So Xenify is a lot better than DXN divs right now because you're grossing. I mean, I forget how much I've put into this all, but I'm getting around like $6 a day. you know. And I've been recycling all of that back into buying XNF, and then I burn the XNF, and then that gets me a little bit of VE XNF rewards. So I just been holding on to those, and then my whole thought is like, yo, you just merge them together, and then you get back your power. So you see right here, this one is down, but this right here is what I just received. And my whole thought is like, I'm gonna compound these cards for a whole month, right? So I haven't compounded in quite a long time. So we'll go ahead and merge them, because in Xenify, when you merge your cards, it's gonna pick up the latest expiration date. So my strategy is to have one card per month coming out, going into 25, 26. Like every month I'll have a Xenify VE XNF releasing, and then I'll be able to like figure out like, what do I want to do next, you know. Big ups to Rainbow Wallet. All right, so now what you'll see here is my NFT power went back up to 99%. So I'm getting full power for my XNF that I have stored here, right? So then we got a couple of days left. I'll probably keep playing. I'll probably play a little harder now today. Try to get some more VE XNF while it's on the low, because a lot of people aren't paying attention to this. They're like sleeping on this hard. What people are doing is burning for the YSL auction. So yeah, burning for XNF or the VEX or the VXNF for the Ethereum airdrop, like that is huge. A lot of people are doing that, and that's kind of why, again, dude, 206, that's crazy. Yeah, 261,000 XNF has been burned. There's only 22.5 million. So it's doing exactly what it needs to do, and it's kind of caught a floor, right? It went as low as like $2, 214, and then it popped up a little bit because, again, people are reinvesting to burn it. So that reinvest and burn is happening, and then also there's the airdrop, where some people, I think the airdrop, they're burning it instead of selling it, so it's making another tapered out bottom. And again, this is when you want to be in a project, when it's flatlining like this. You don't want to be in up here. Like, that's not where the gains are made. The gains are made when it's flattened. And you can see it too here down in their stats. So the batches yesterday, there was a lot of focus on it. So there are a couple of people watching. There's not a lot of people watching, because you can tell from how you go from 238 to 295 to 333 auction. Right, that's like interest compared to the very first lobbies where it's like thousands, right? So technically everybody still DCAing into this is getting the best price as a group, right? You're getting it as a group. And then YSL auction has been cracking still. I see that a lot of people prefer to burn this because it's cheaper than VZen. So the VZen is lower in the burns. And it's lower in general. Like, it's like no one's burning for VZen. I'm still a believer in VZen. I hope XENgame comes to Arbitrum and introduces VZen game. I think that shit would be fire. And then the swap auction, it has died off a lot. Dude, if you swap 1 ETH, you'll steal the whole pool. That's why I can't believe this shit is low key right now. It is low key AF. But you can enter this auction just by buying. So what you would do is you would do this, because you can't buy it from the site. So you just had to go here and then just trade it on Uniswap, and then Uniswap will route to grab some of it. Yeah, use the referral. Hey, make your own and send it out there. They said that their airdrop point concept is going to run until Q1, so it's probably gonna be like one more month of racking in points. And yeah, I'm still surprised I'm in the top 5,000. That makes me feel like, damn, this is probably gonna be pretty big. Because like, this is usually when I fumble the bag. I typically fumble when I get the airdrop, and the top like my ESN airdrop, I got a really big ESN airdrop because I made a bunch of them when nobody cared. And then I held that shit until it was like less than it was at the top. You know, I did the same thing for Blur. I did the same thing for Looks, you know. So this one, I'm not doing that shit. I'm selling right when it happens, bruh. Fuck out of here. And if I'm this high in the ranking, then that means there need to be a lot of people like me. And also, that means that there's a lot of believers. There's a lot of people who think Rainbow Wallet is going to be successful out after the fact, right? After the airdrop. So I'm taking that with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. I'm taking that with a grain of salt, and I'm going to be right there with you, motherfuckers. So let's go ahead and buy zero. Let's buy $9 worth of XNF. Since I can't enter the lobby right now. So this is the only way to buy XNF. If you want to buy it, you have to buy it through the Uniswap, because the version 1 liquidity pool is only available for buying, right? So my buys shouldn't show up here. This pool can only be purchased from here, let's see. No, I just spent $10. I didn't spend that much. Yeah, so this pool can only be accessed if you're buying or when you're swapping on the DEX. So when it's swapping on the DEX, that's where all these little buys are, people participating in the swap auction. But there's like a community pool that's been set up, but you just don't see it anymore, where it's like slowly pulling the XNF from out of there. But then that's what's a mind fuck is I don't even know how much I'm buying it for. That's why I know entering the auction I get a lot more. But for the culture right now, man, fuck it. I'll enter the auction another day. I gotta get it right when it ends. That's the thing about that auction. If you don't do it right when it ends, or like right when it starts, you just feel left out already. So I'll go ahead and burn this, mint my, and then make sure your swap fees are on, right? So making sure my swap fees are on. Gotta confirm it over here. Invalid argument. Oh, let's try this again. Wait, what? What just happened here? Damn it, error. Here, let me take away these the decimals. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. Yeah, I should be able to. Just do 4. I'm not sure what's going on. Help me understand. Something with the wallet. Darn it. I don't know. Well, my next step typically would be to swap the XNF for the VXNF, and then that would enter me into the swap auction. So then I would end up getting more airdrops of the VEXNF, so I can eventually just merge them all together to keep my swap power up. So I'm pretty hyped on that idea, where you can essentially just keep swapping for XNF or for VXNF and just keep your power at 100% with the smallest amount of participation. Right? That's why I don't know what's going on right now, why it's not letting me swap. It's hella weird. Hella weird. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. Damn. I'm all like flustered. I'm like, hold the fuck up, man. What you mean I can't do this? Because there's two, I know it's two confirmations, so I'm wondering if it's something to do with the Rainbow wallet. Because then what that would mean is that there's a MetaMask. So, because I've never done this part from the Rainbow wallet. I've always done this part from MetaMask. So that's kind of what my brain is saying right now. Like, maybe there's a, yeah, there's like a two-step thing where I'm going to have to use MetaMask. So Rainbow wallet is cool, but it's not like, there's some things that are still being worked out because of this. Like, the thing that's happening here is that it needs to have two pop-ups. So since only one popped up on my phone, the second one didn't pop up, which is causing like an error. This your boy Crypto, bro. I'm the fucking, I have to troubleshoot for my own self. All right, so see, this one should pop up, and then we go ahead and confirm. And then after this confirms, because one is going to be for the swap fee, and then the other one is going to be for the exchange. Oh, it already did it. Weird. Usually it'd be like, you owe 75 cents. I don't know what the hell is going on. So maybe only 20 cents is what I need at that time. There could be a fluctuation of gas too. But yeah, that was weird that my phone wouldn't do it. So now that I've done that swap, if I go over here to the swap auction, I'll see I have a little bit of VXNF available, right? And I didn't do much. My volume was 5 cents. That's usually what it is, like 4 cents, 5 cents. Because I'm not going hard, but like that's what's crazy about XNF is that if people are really going hard and swapping, like if the trader showed up over here just to get this little piece of gain, this could explode. And also another thing that's crazy to think about is like there's no competition. If I'm in here and I want to get half of this right now, all I need to do is go and swap 0.7 worth of ETH, and I get half of the pool. Everybody else will get everything else, but I would get half of it. So I've seen the snipers, they show up at the end. That's why in the beginning the lobbies were much higher, because people had to double up, right? Even one lobby saw an ETH. So yeah, do the swap auction right now while you can. Like, get some free VE XNF. It's too easy. As I usually say, it's too easy. Shout out Xenify. Shout out Simran and dApp. This thing is still going up. I just got to catch it at the right time, which is going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5:30. I'll be there. But yeah, man, finna wrap up this stream here. Last stream of Thursdays in the 2023 era. Again, ordinal safe Bitcoin. Zen is still a success, even though it might pull back another 99% because people are gonna sell it down because there's nothing saving it. But yeah, there's a lot of other things on the table to be gotten to, you know, whether it's you minting XENblocks, which I never finished minting the other layer, but yeah, be on the lookout. Next week I'll have a simplified minting version, tutorial, just like an update from the one that I made a couple months ago to get you up to speed to where we are today. Be on the lookout for that. Yeah, we're turning big donuts going into 2024, man. So be tuned. You know, join the Bro Club if you like. Get yourself an hourglass. Basically, it's just channel support because I'm on X and YouTube, so I'm looking at the YouTube chat more than I'm looking at the X chat. But big ups to everyone that's viewing in on X now. This is what we talk about every single day here on the channel. We talk about Zen. We talk about its relationship between the mainstream market and the possibility of, you know, going up versus the mega, the mega narrative, which is Bitcoin going to be successful? Is Ethereum going to be successful? That's where the pocket of success lives for the Zen coin. It lives right in the middle of crypto success. So once crypto is being successful, we don't need to worry about it. But that's why we're playing the other games. We're burning for DBZen. We're minting the XENblocks. We're looking at the bitmaps. We're getting into BRC20s. We're seeing where the best inscriptions are, man. I'm hyped, dude. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the last stream of 2023. And yeah, man. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday. Peace in the Middle East.